Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to yet another series within the Dreamleague Season 11. I am your play-by-play caster, Party PD. I have to mention that this is an unofficial cast, but an official appearance, in a sense. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our last best of three in the upper closed qualifier bracket within Dreamleague Season 11. heckelss Esports Club versus Rio de Picole will be the last series for these two teams. That's right, whoever wins in this scenario, in this last series, will move ahead and be qualified for the major in Stockholm. I'm excited to see how this game will unfold and how heckelss or Rio de Picole will provide a challenge for our last series of the week. Until, they get to the major, and then maybe I'll cast some of them there too, but I won't be at the major itself. Rippity-doo. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome! Let's get underway with our bans. Loser goes to the minor. I think loser actually just gets shuffled to the lower bracket, and they try again. Don't know for sure, though.
10 seconds remaining.
Loser goes to the minor would make sense, though. Don't know for sure. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let's jump into the first ban. We already have a Sven ban going out. This is an extremely popular position for pickup right now. A lot of people are picking up that for Sven, and I understand why, because his talents are pretty good. And he's not exactly the strongest guy out there anymore to deal that damage, so I'm not too surprised about the Sven ban because a lot of people are finding it's a really good 4, especially with the damage absorption shield, which nobody else really has. So it is pretty good for him overall. Following that will be the Elder Titan ban that seems to be banned out almost every game. Not too surprised about that one at all. And then the Lich, which is another position 5 or 4, whichever way you want to play him, that usually ends up carrying the game pretty darn well with his abilities. And, the big thing is that he gets a cast range talent, and that fear is ridiculous. Which I don't know why it's called a fear. It should just be called a hypnotize. But then they'd have to make a new status, so they're calling it a fear. Following that, for the Rio de Picole, we'll go ahead and ban out the Shadow Shaman. They'll ban out the Shadow Shaman, the Brewmaster, and the Undying. All of these extremely great laning heroes, and not to mention, they banned, the Shadow Shaman ban just seems to be a very signature ban for most players in this tournament. But the first pick is going to be a Bane, so they have great setup hero with this Bane. Bane's also the big status resistance boy in the sense that he removes status resistance. Following that, the Tiny and the Grimstroke pickup will be the next thing on their to-do list. So Grimstroke is actually one of the stronger position 5s in this patch. All of his spells do some pretty OP and amped damage overall, so I'm not too surprised about that pickup here. And then the good old Nature's Prophet didn't get banned, didn't get first picked. I like to see it. And I like to see it a lot. We're going to see that Nature's Prophet 3 or 4 going to work. heckelss Esports actually ban out their own Terrorblade. They do not want Rio de Picole. Rio de Picole. They will get it themselves. Interesting. I didn't suspect them to get their Terrorblade, but maybe they were looking at their previous games and saw that Terrorblade was in their generic pool. Centaur will be banned out as well, which is a very strong offlaner against the Nature's Prophet, so I'm not too surprised about that one since every right click seems to get him retaliation strikes. And then, of course, Rio de Picole will know, everyone knows, that Weehaw does play a mean Visage, so they ban out the Visage and they kill off the Timbersaw. They're gonna go for, I didn't know I didn't hit pause on this. My bad. Music was still playing. But anyway, they will ban out that Timbersaw as well. It's a pretty decent offlaner against the fact that there's a Tiny in the game and Grimstroke has a very poor HP pool, so all missing strength is going to count quite doubly on them. So now we're down into the reserve time. No Terrorblade for either of the team to pick up here, so we aren't going to see that HFN Terrorblade. We could see something different, but now we see the Tidehunter come out. So the big thing with Tidehunter right now is that he is actually played as a core. Well, I mean, you know, and you can play him as anything you want, but a lot of people are starting to pick him up as some sort of core, like, wash him and clean him hero, in a sense. He's more of like a...
10 seconds remaining.
He could dominate a game just by Anchor Smash alone.
5 seconds remaining.
And I wouldn't be surprised if they want to run this Tide as a core, because they already have a Grimstroke in, and they could run 4 Tiny, making this 3 Tide. Unless it's going to be the other way around, 3 Tiny and 4 Tide. I really think that they're going to run a 3 Tide, 4 Tiny, though. Especially since they already revealed Tiny as their primary, so I want to think that Tiny is going to be the 4 here, and this will be a 3 Tide. This is a lot of stuff that I'd want to see, but, you know, big old watermelon coming in through. He's being picked up quite a bit here, not to mention the fact that he's basically a core hero now. So we are going to see that Espiritu come on through. I do like to see a great Earth Spirit play, and I'm 90% sure that heckelss do play a mean Earth Spirit. So I am ready to see one of the best position 4 roaming heroes in the game of Dota 2 at work in this game. But it looks like so far, with these heroes that are picked up, Tidehunter may be a bit of an issue, but last time I saw a draft that was this mangle-fangled, with an Earth Spirit and a roaming 3 natures, we could have a very special game on our hands here, if you catch my drift. Although I don't think it's possible. So they're going to pick up the Juggernaut, so they got their safe lane core secured. heckelss Esports looking for their safe lane, no doubt, and it could be hard carry. I haven't seen a hard carry natures before. Usually people like to run the 3 natures, so we're probably going to see something going out into the mid. And, anyway, what's the big thing that could disable a Tidehunter and remember to kill them off pretty easily? Yeah, a Phantom Assassin is definitely not the greatest, especially since Tidehunter Anchor Smash still is strong right now. Very strong. So I really hope they don't go for that as well. Phantom Assassin would not work. PA would work against the Juggernaut, but most of the time when you see a Phantom Assassin, you see him played with the Magnus. And since there is no Magnus in this pool and no real room for a Magnus unless you run a mid, probably not going to happen here. This could be another Omni Knight draft. As we saw yesterday, they definitely can run an Omni Knight, but that would make it to where this would be a safe lane Omni or a safe lane Natures. Or it could be an aggro off lane Natures with a safe Omni in the aggro safe. So there's a lot of possibilities heckelss can run here. I would like to see a large portion of those possibilities be something that I'm hoping and dreaming for. But I don't quite know with this Juggernaut pick anymore. And it is going to be the Alchemist. So not exactly what I thought, but it is going to be another Weehaw Classic. We are going to see the... Or unless this is a... No. They can't run a safe lane Alchemist. Well, they could run a safe lane Alchemist, but Alch needs levels and Alch needs gold, and he can't be contested by 2 heroes, so I imagine this is going to be the Weehaw Alchemist mid, which, you know, in my mind, it is one of the other Weehaw signature heroes, so I'm not too surprised to see an Alchemist here. The other big thing is that there are 3 pretty decent Aghanim Scepters in this game. There's the Bane Aghanim Scepter, which makes continuous brain saps, basically. There's the Earth Spirit, which you stone form your heroes and push them along. And then there's Nature's Prophet Aghanim Scepter, which allows them to just generate treants. So the continuous push is there, but the Juggernaut most likely will go removal of those Nature's Prophet treants. So going for an Aghanim Scepter on the NP might not be the best option. Rio de Picole will still ban out the Razor, which is seen as one of the more common mids right now, and they will go and get rid of the Huskar, which is another great hero to ban out in this scenario. I don't really think it can be ran as a Drow strat, though NP is a very strong Drow, and there's the Omni Knight, as as predicted. So it will actually be a mid Alchemist, a safe Omni with an aggro offlane Natures. That's basically what it is. I thought it was gonna be that at first. I thought they were gonna take the Omni first and then the Alchemist last, but I guess they must have saw the Alchemist possibility. So now we're looking for Rico de Picole. The OD is still in the pool. That's actually somewhat decent against the Alchemist mid and has a great team fight capability here. But at the same time, OD is still very susceptible to rotations from Nature's Prophet. Can be easily set up with Bane Ultimate, but OD is a very strong mid right now. Wouldn't be surprised if they think OD is going to be your, if Rico de Picole, they will go ahead and pick up the OD. Who knows? Oh, we're waiting. There's the crybaby as always. I do like to hear the crybaby. It's the only vocal taunt I've ever purchased is the crybaby. It's the only one everyone ever needs. Crybaby. It is the best one. Crybaby is the best chat wheel emote. Changed my mind. 2018. Anyway, looks like they're taking a long time to decide here. I don't think they're going to pick up an OD. They can't pick up a Queen. Maybe... Well, no. Huskar's banned out. They can't... They could run a mid Rubik, but that's going to just die against the Alchemist. Maybe an Ember, or no, Monkey King. Monkey King wouldn't be bad here, actually. But then they'd be running two hard Battle Fury or Lightning farm-based heroes in the same game. But I think Monkey King actually would stand a chance against the Alchemist. And maybe even a DK, because maybe DK is just like... DK doesn't really sacrifice the lane. Oh, God, no! I hate Tinker games! Oh, I didn't even think about Tinker. There's nothing to counter the Tinker in this game. Oh, that's gonna be rough. The Nature's Prophet actually would have to be able to rotate almost constantly. It will be a safe lane Nature's. It'll be the Tavo Omni Knight, so Weehaw will still be in the mid, but man, I am not a fan of seeing that Tinker picked up there. I'm also not a fan of seeing Alchemist with two bald heads. That is a weird set for Alchemist. I've never seen it to where it's just the Radiance is on the back, the Midas Knuckles, and then he's bald on both prospects. Ugh. Well, never been a fan of a Tinker game, so we'll have to find out how heckelss will be able to deal with this hero here. He's not the worst, but at the same time, Omni Knight can purge all of the damage immunity. There is a decent setup with Bane HFN, but at the same time, Misery would have to be there at the same time as HFN, so it's going to be a very hard setup game for them indeed. But King Owl will probably be able to find it. No problem. Is there really no primary English cast already? Where is Beyond the Summit this morning? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to game number. Look at those triple battle cup wins. Holy cannoli, that is a lot of battle cup wins. Ah, yes, fought that camera again. Oh, I saw 666 spectators. That's bad. Ah, great. I'm sure they know about this too. I'm sure everyone knows about the... I love the what, actually. The what's probably the best thing from the Earth Spirit chat line. Just what? And then I think the other one he has... I don't know where it is. There's another one, but it's pretty good. Anyway, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the game. Let's talk about who is where. heckelss, once more, is going to be on the side of the Radiant. We're going to have Mr. King Owl out on that Earth Spirit. Following that will be Tavo in the safe... Oh, it will be the safe aggro Omni Knight. Following that, HFN will be the Nature's Prophet, the hard carry, and he already... Oh, that sucks. Alchemist will be Weehaw in the mid, and Bane will be Misery as the rotating support by the looks of it. Following that, on the side of the Dire, we'll have Picole will be on the side of the Dire. Constable. I was gonna say Constable, but Constable will be the Juggernaut, rotating down to the bot lane, as they probably saw the rotation of the Omni Knight. Lenaro will be the Tinker. Theolicor will be the tiny. Text messages. Tidehunter will be played by Hiko, and Bardenster will be the Grim Stroke. Let's look at our lanes here. As we see, it will be the off lane. Oh, I hate getting that as a Nature's player. I know what that feeling is. It sucks. We are going to see the potential courier snipe hanging out in the mid hill here. Theoliker looking and waiting and hoping and praying, but he's got no. Oh, he already calls it back. He's very suspicious of not being able to see the tiny anywhere. Looks like he is just going to rotate on back. So they're going to let that go. We're going to have HFN continually taunting up in the top lane. I want to point something out. Nature's Prophet. Alright, so here's the big thing about a Nature's. Never mind, Misery might be the first blood down in the bot with the spin, but it's denied by the neutral creep, the tomato, getting the good old clap. We'll save the first blood from happening. Although he is dead for, like, you know, a half a minute because of that, but still. That's way better. He did get the clap denied. Everybody just has the most annoying taunts. Although the Nature's taunt's really nice, but like, ooh. What a beautiful deny indeed. Beautiful deny indeed. Tomato creep, saving you from your inner noob. Tavo, please. Tavo, please, stop doing that, man. That is actually the dumbest taunt out of all of them. So the big thing that we're looking at here is the fact that now Constable is trying to live out his days, and Tavo does not have a heal. He will go down. All that taunt, all those taunting, all the taunt will put him down into the grave. You know, if all you did is taunt the whole game, that's kind of what's going to happen here. Constable getting low, but not quite low enough. Can't let him go just yet. How are we doing in the mid here? Weehaw is running actually pretty decent against this Tinker. He is still 8-2 to Tinker's 8-5. So he's still getting decent CS at the same point at which Tinker. Oh man, the followers notification sound. I got it. I'm never gonna record a new sound. I love my gyrocopter voice for my follower sound. Down in bottom, Misery gonna be in a bit of trouble, but there is no tree toss available from Thilacor. It will disengage from that one, Costable. Let's see. You're running at pretty decent HP here. This is a very good HP detriment lane here. We are going to have Purification level 2 being spec'd up. I love the degen aura pickup here because the circle aura is actually much smaller than its actual designed range, because at the same time, Costable, what are you doing, my friend? Mana or no mana? HP or no? There it is. HP or no HP back up in top, though. It is going to be Heiko getting in a little bit of a problem here. Kingo with no roll just yet. I have it in 3 more seconds, waiting for the opportune moment. HFN blocking him off with the trees. He's going to get a BM tip, and Kingo rolling in, gets the stun. The right clicks are going to be there, but Heiko is surviving. He is just living it. And now he finally goes down after all that fatigue war. And now they're going to move. Now they're just going to move. So the big thing I want to point out about this game right now, the big thing about a Nature's Prophet, all right? So this is the story on like why people like picking the Nature's Prophet in this scenario, all right? Nature starts out with 61 right-click damage and is an intel hero, which means he can build the null talismans, and a wand is very good for him. But the big thing is that treants, it says right here, 30 to 34 damage. Once HFN summons more, I'll show you. They actually deal 36. So the big thing actually is that there's 36. They have decent penetration for armor. My bad, actually. Tavo down in the bot will go down. He's just taunting away, and that's going to result in his death. But 36 damage per treant. He summons 2 at level 1 and 3 at level 2. If he gets the level 2 treants. Which most of the time as an off-lane aggro, he usually will get that. But the big thing about a Nature's Prophet is that Nature's does so much damage in the early game with 2 to 3 treants based on the landing phase. Looks like they do a little BM tip there. They saw that King L was roaming around. The Dire Observer wards are actually very great for this information here. They do see that stack being farmed by Weehaw. Back down in bottom. Bane's going to be in a bit of trouble. He's silenced up. He's spinning up. But he is going to be stunned once more. Nothing to save him. The rolling boulder goes out of there, and the roll actually goes out there as well, but nothing is going to go there. I really don't hope this game goes to 60 minutes, but that's usually what a Tinker game does. It's just as bad as playing against the techies. And I should know, because I'm a techies player. Weehaw, finally level 6, now popping his ultimate. He's actually above the level of Lenaro. Actually, he's above the CS now, Lenaro. 31 and 5 to 22 and 15. I guess, yeah, if the game did get late, there would be, like, Aghanim Scepters on every hero. Tavo even has a great Aghanim Scepter in this game. So there is a lot of Aghanim Scepters that could be possible in this game, but I don't think Ags is on their first priority here. I mean, I don't spam techies. I just pick techies when it looks like I could get away with it. Which isn't often anymore, so... Looks like they are getting that nice pole down here. That's the only way you can actually get this pole camp right now. They will drop a sentry as well to see if they saw it, but no reveal is going to be shown there. This is a big lane with a bunch of piggos! Look at all the piggies! Look at all the piggy balloons! Look at all the pig balloons! Oh my goodness, this is a great use of pig balloons. All of the pig balloons. Thorliker's actually just not even paying attention. He wanted to hit the balloons. He does manage to toss, though, the Earth Spirit into everybody else. The silence is going to be removed, and the stun's going to follow. The spin keeps going. He gets the double silence. They might find the jump on Thorliker, though. They need the heal bomb, but the Nature's Ult comes through. It removes the HP of all the heroes. Constable does have a Quelling Blade. He'll quill out of the tree, but they will end up getting one more on top of that. All the piggos, they might be able to find this the Juggernaut still. They're looking for the tree ring. It's up in one more second. The healing ward's thrown down. The treants are going to start looking for it, and they want it. They want it bad. They're going to get it because it's going to be stuck in that corner. Easy 75 gold for just 150 mana. Do see Juggernaut spin going out on Misery in the back lines. There is no real way he can disengage from this unless he just brain saps Constable here and then just buys his time. He could have just bought as much time as possible there, sapping him, but, you know, he will just let it go, because actually that would put it on cooldown, and level 1, it's a 22-second CD, so... Lenaro has 3 specs in March now. He's taking quite a bit of damage from just stuff in general. Like what, do we have Concoction spec? We don't, so he's actually just taking damage from Acid Spray here, and just loose right-clicks out from the Alchemist. Tavo, please. Tavo, please. Stop. Look at it. His last laugh is Hugh. Ugh. Our Spirit finding a roam on Lenaro in the jungle here. They pop the shrine and he just TP's out of there. He will rearm his 77-second TP. Hot damn. Oh no. Another follower. It's gonna make the sound. More piggos! More piggies! Tavo! Tavo, stop, please! There's too many piggies. Oh, I love it. I love it. Tavo is pretty good at this whole taunting thing. Back in the mid, though, we are going to see a rotation. Oh, no, there it is again. Oh, yeah, I've used the Nature's Prophet with that mindset before. I actually played that Nature's Prophet game like 2 days ago. Yeah, that CDR talent's insane, but the big thing is that if you go for the CDR talent, do you go for the removed TP cooldown still, or do you go for the ×2 tree and HP and damage? I think in this scenario, if it does get to that late game and there is a Nature's Prophet Aghanim Scepter, he goes for the 25 CDR. You give him that Aghanim Scepter, and that's and then you go for the tree and HP and damage. Because I went for the tree and HP damage in the game that I played Nature's Prophet with that same build, and man, I had the most fun I've probably ever had on a Tree and Protector. Nature's Prophet. Definitely not a Tree and Protector. Although I have played a Tree and Protector game that ended up like that as well, so I can't really argue. It is raining again! Man, who would have known that water could fall from the sky in California? What a rarity. Anyway, it looks like, well, it is an HFN Nature's Prophet, so we could actually see that being the build here. Well, it's basically 9.5 minutes. Let's check out the net worth, where Alchemist is actually soaring in the net worth at 6.5k. He's almost got that Radiance. He's got Boots. He's got Soul Ring. I mean, the Quelling Blades, whatever, but he's got all the stuff. He's got all the stuff. Now let's look at it. Let's look at CS again. All right. So here's our CS. He's 84 and 8 with no hero kills, nothing around him, and he's 7.1. This is the power of an alchemist. Omni Slash on HFN up in the top. He has tree ring available. He misses the tree ring. He will still end up going down. The TP rotations were expended. Bane looking for a counteraction here, but he's not going to find it. Silenced up from Phantom Grace as well. He will get dropped in. Kingo trying to do something here, but they can't do anything. The roll's going to be there, but he is going to get caught out by the stun at the last second. Thorlicker with no toss for mana, or mana for toss, I mean. They're going to look for Kingo, though. He's going down. Bard's going to get the jump, and that will be a triple kill for Costable. Now we are going to see the rotation of Heiko back into the mid here. It is going to be... Whoa, what? HFN coming in there with the Nature's Prophet. Just 2 right clicks. He must have tried to die himself. He must have tried to kill himself to the tower to get the split because he wasn't going to be able to get back in time. But Nature's Prophet, HFN, coming back pretty darn quickly there. I did not see that. That was a fairly instant jump in there. We are going to see the Bracer build on the night come out here. I wouldn't be surprised if we do see the second Bracer coming out in the eventual timing here. It is going to be the Midas Nature's Prophet, so I foresee the 25-second cooldown, or 25% cooldown going to be the big play here. Weehaw, farming it up. He is farming it up. 8.4k already. The big question is that how early do you get the first Aghanim Scepter, and then who gets the first Aghanim Scepter is the big thing. Back in bottom, Tavo might be in a bit of trouble there. Yeah, 11-minute Radiance with, like, this many extra items, and not to mention, he's actually going to be able to... Oh, he might not be able to. No, he'll be able to clean this up. He just needs to get rid of this big boy. The freaking Prowler camps, dude. Like, whoever added Prowlers, just... At the Dota, like... Whoever added Prowlers within the Dota, like, team, the Valve support team, the Valve creation team, the Valve idea team, they need to stop thinking about things. Because those Prowlers are evil. I get caught out by Prowlers when I'm trying to run away all the time. Yeah, there is the double Bracer. So, we are going to see Tavo just going for extra durability in the early game. That's the big thing about going these builds is 2 Bracers is... So, it's 6 strength, which is... Well, it's 6 strength times 2, so it's 12 strength. But for Omni Knight, that puts him at 1640. But every other creep needs 3 people. That's true. I don't get it either. Tavo might be in a bit of trouble here. He's going to get spotted out by Thorlicker because they have a rocket going out to him. Status resistance is available if need be. He will drop it down, but he still is silenced. He's trying to get the TP out. There's going to be a big old Tidehunter ultimate for that one. And they're going to get that Tavo there. And Tavo's not even worth that much gold, actually. He only drops 267 and lost, looks like 112 unreliable. So... He did not actually... I think he's okay with the Ravage being expended there. I also think that Heiko is okay with the Ravage being expended there as well. Lenaro is going to try and counter push the creep wave here, but there is no creep wave for them to counter push, and there is no creep wave that they own, as it currently is being cleaned up by the Treants. Nature's Prophet TPing in mid. They do get the jump out onto this Juggernaut. That is a level 3 level 2 concoction. Misery, no ultimate just yet, is going to find the sleep. The silence is going to be there. The roll goes out, and the boulder does get the smash. Yeah, that's what I thought. Boulder smash. The boulder does get the smash. That's the weirdest way I've ever used that. 300 damage at max level, though. That is some insane burst damage. Roll going back out in the mid. They're going to find Tinker. They're cleaning him up. And Alchemist is actually going to get the kill through the Acid Spray and Radiance. The cleanup is there, and the crew is ready for another day. They're going to go ahead and walk down this middle lane. They're going to try and remove it. Thylacor going to be spotted out in the back lines. They do see Bardabax, but... You know, that's not even his name. I'm calling him Bardabax at this point. Weehaw, silenced up. They do want to get this poor, now dead Thorlicker. There goes the big old Tony. And now they're gonna get this mid. The Blink Dagger's up and ready. The TP is going to be expended out by the Juggernaut. You know, in this, he looks like an anime person with that, basically, hairstyle. I'm just surprised. Is there really no BTS stream going on here? They will get the bottom tower in the meantime. NP running at 3.3k in the pocket. He is actually second in the net worth, although that is HFN for you. He is the safe lane core in this scenario. Check runes, please. Who actually uses that still? I think the best way to say check runes, please, is just to hit the clock on the top of the screen. Well, this is the big carry out here, is that Alchemist can get... The big problem, actually, is that Alchemist can get a lot of gold, but the big thing about an Alchemist getting a lot of gold is that he can't take all the gold. And currently, HFN is a heavy gold farming hero this game. He will get the Shadow Blade, which will allow him to escape. No, I know, Holly. It's polite all the time. Omni Knight is going to go for a heckelss here. So the big question is that, like, how much farm are they going to be able to just... Let's keep throwing... I know I missed a kill, but I can't get over the pigs. I can't get over the pigs. That's literally it. Back and bottom. We are going to see a two-man TP rotation. The roll's going to go out, but it actually misses, but it finds the Grimstroke instead. The damage is going to be there. Constable trying to spin it off. He's trying to get the right clicks in there. Weehaw is working real hard to try and get that kill there. The Radiance Burn is going to be enough, but the roll from Kingo will find the kill. At the same time, the Grimstroke does manage to get out, but they're going to have to leave that be, and Tavo will keep on throwing those damn pigs out, dude. Tavo must have like 1 million shards sitting on hold because he's got a lot of pigs. That or he's played a lot of Dota within like the past 24 hours. We are going to see the TP rotation out from the Tide coming in from the top. He's getting a lot of action in this game, and he's going to go for a Solar Crest here, which is actually going to be really good against this Alchemist since the reduced evasion is going to be the big thing for him with the 18% evasion dodge. We are going to see the top tower most likely being sieged up in the moment. But the big thing is, we're looking at the net worth now. So here's the big net worth. But the big thing is, you got to count maybe about 4 to maybe 4K off of the Alchemist count. They do find this beautiful Tinker kill. There's no ward to scout it, but they get him. He's going down. He'll eat the dirt. They fortify the structure, so they don't actually get the heavy push in there because there is no mid to fort. They're going to fort the top tower, so that way there is no creeps getting the kill in there, and they're going to clean up this top tower in no time. But back in mid, they are going to find the Omni Slash out on the Misery. He actually still manages to get the kill. Weehaw is going to find Barnabax, and now they're going to look for Constable. The Ravage goes out, it lands on 2, but a purely defensive, so Constable is going to be able to get out. Blink is going to be there just at the last second, and not Tidehunter getting jumped on from everybody. His dead corpse being pushed along the shore. And now they're going to go for this Roshan. Summon all them treants, force out the big old smash. Right? Oh, slam, whatever. Same thing. Well, Blink Dagger. Let's look at our item development, starting from the top to bottom. So, Earth Spirit, 1,700 gold, might be going for that second bracer, but I would like to foresee the Blink Dagger or the Force Staff being the next thing out for Kingo. Following that, Omni Knight is going to still go for that. heckelss, Nature's Prophet, is sitting on a minus and 2,400 gold with no items revealed, but I would like to see some more mobility items. Maybe the Vladimirs would not be a bad pickup for him. Weehaw now has his Manta, Radiance, Blink Dagger. He's got everything. I imagine the Boots of Travel will be next. Nope, it is going to be the Octarine course. No Boots of Travel quite yet, and then Misery is just going to stick with Misery. Because that's just Misery loves company, and, you know, he's Misery. Following that, though, on the side of the Dire Juggernaut is going to try and go for that. Yash does now have the Battle Fury following that. With the Tinker is going to go for the Blink Dagger, only 30 gold away. They are going to be able to find the jump. They want the Tinker, though. Weehaw is just going to have to disengage from that because that's every hero, and he has no ultimate available. The Aegis is available. The Double Silence is going to go out as well. The Grimstroke ult will claim 1. The Aegis will go down. Tavo, ultimate available if need be. He's going to have to use it if Weehaw wants to get out of here, but yep, there's the ultimate. They see it. There goes the Concoction as well. Only going to get 0.5 seconds channeled on that bad boy, and they're not going to find any kills. And at the same time, HFN farming in the back lines. They find him with the scan. He wants that. Yeah, he gets that dragon. He gets that dragon. That's his dragon. So the Alchemist, heavy farming, that's like all Alchemists should be, and all Alchemists can. This mid that he had was actually fairly uncontested to the Tinker. The Tinker just did not do as much damage as I had envisioned at the early game, because most of the time when you see a Tinker, you think he's going to go massive damage, massive march, double rockets, double laser at the start of the game. Dire Courier gets sniped off by HFN in the back lines. Poor dead Courier. I don't even see. Like, when the Courier dies, it should have, like, a body that stays there for, like, 30 seconds and then just deteriorates into bones or something. That'd be insane, but then they can't do that because the whole China thing. Yeah, he's gonna have to just disengage Concoction, or not. He's really good at the Manta Dodge. Back in bottom, though, they are gonna look for the kill out on the Tiny. He has no real method of escape, and he will go down to HFN. The immense damage coming out from that boy. Oh, the silence. Yeah, he is gonna go for that. I do like the silence. Rock'em sock'em indeed. Now we're looking for a possible kill down in the bot here. Kingo is gonna roll, but he's just gonna go ahead and clean up this sentry ward down here. Another sentry ward being expended up in this top lane here to see if there's any dire or radiant vision wards, but they just did not check the hill. Usually the hill is where you like to see that. Actually, you know, I want to point something out here. The radiant vision is what's getting them these tinker kills. Like, the radiant vision is absolutely insane in this game. They see so many rotations with these wards, and they know where the heroes are within pure seconds of just seeing their last little foot of reveal there. We are going to see some aggression going into the top. 4 heroes converging, but 1 hero in the bot lane where the HFN is going to find Tinker on his own with the silence. He's going to clean him up, which means they know they have no Tinker. They can easily make a fight up here in the top lane. Out goes the double silence, but it is actually going to go out onto the poor Earth Spirit. He will be the first one to fall in this scenario with that edge coming through. He does manage to get the silence, killing off Dolokor at the last second, though. Weehaw will find more. They lift up the Tidehunter in the back lines. Weehaw trying to find the kill back out onto the Juggernaut. The sun's going to be there. The right clicks will come out, and they do manage to find the Tidehunter. No, the Tidehunter does get out, actually. He DPs down to the bot lane to disengage from that fight. They will get this top lane. They might even put some decent aggro onto this tier 3. And they will indeed put some decent damage onto this tier 3. The weird dumb taunts coming out from the Omni Knight as always. The Nature's Prophet roll in, will drop the treants, and they're going to do some decent damage to this tier 3, which is the very scary thing. The Tinker is back online, so they will most likely leave. The Ravage is available, so he's just going to be slept up as much as possible. Tavo going to drop himself with the status resistance. Does not change the slow speed, though. That Tinker Rocket already, you know, this is the big thing, is that if a Tinker already has the base defend at 22 minutes with no Dagon, no Hex, no Shivas, not even a Yules. If a Tinker has to defend base at this early in the game, it's a very scary game for a Tinker. Like, there's no great recovery plan here. HFN is going to be scouted out by the Tinker Rockets, will disengage with a Shadow Blade, but that really puts Lunario actually in a bigger scare scenario here. Scan going to go out. They know that somebody's up in this top lane here. In this bot jungle. Nothing going on so far. Let's look at our Alchemist, though. No doubt we already have our Octarine Core. No, we went for a BKB. I think I like that way better, actually. Picking up that BKB before the Octarine Core, they realize there's a fair bit of magic damage available on their team, i.e. getting ravaged. They will go ahead and not drop that bomb just yet, though. The smoke is going to be out in the bottom. They really want to bait that Nature's Prophet. But NP is long gone. He's actually considering a TP elsewhere. HF up. Weehaw is going to disengage, and Tavo still saving people from their inner noob. Looks like they want this mid tower, though. Weehaw is going to be able to get that Solar Crest popped off as soon as possible because of that status resistance. Now the Concoction being piled up. They know that it's being piled. They find the Tidehunter, though. It is going to be dispelled almost immediately through the passive. And Tavo making the good calls. We're going to get out of here. Now they're going to try and Manta up and grab that bad boy. They will find Cosable. The spin's going to be there, so he will be able to escape. No stun going out today. And this is the problem. So the Tinker is usually the god of space. Now the big thing is the Tinker got travels at 13 minutes. And your ideal travel time for a Tinker is like 9 or 10. And he doesn't have it. So that's the big thing. A pipe actually is picked up for the Earth Spirit. Now the Blink Dagger is next instead of the Force Staff like I thought was going to happen there. We'll have to disengage from that back in the mid. Nah, they're just stunning up to kill up the creeps. But it looks like this is just a very hard game for Picole to come back to. They take so much damage just from that edge of the Nature's Prophet ultimate, actually. Now the BKB is up as well. There's so much damage coming out. More pigs, more fireworks. Yes, Tavo, just throw them all out there. Why not? Why don't you even play that? He's got no pigs left. Oh, no. He's baiting them. He baited them good. Picole, they really want to kill this Alchemist. This is a undying Alchemist at 5-0 with 261 last hits at 23,000 net worth at 24-25 minutes. HFN farming as well, as strong as hell. At 17.5 with 2.5k sitting in the pocket, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Silver's Edge coming out here soon to be up against that Tidehunter. Now a smoke goes out. They had no ward scouting it in the base, obviously. But it looks like everyone's disengaged just from generic knowledge alone. The sentry ward on the low ground will spot the ward on the high ground as soon as somebody rotates over in that direction. Well, looks like it's a counter smoke lineup that's going to go out in the bot eventually. No, Blink Dagger is actually up for the Omni Knight. The Solar Crest will be the following item afterwards. It's 18-12 with a 26k net worth lead in the favor of heckelss Esports Club. They will find this ward. It's an easy 151 plus 4. weehaw looking to find the jump out on the Tidehunter. The silence goes out. The Tidehunter is not going to be the target here. Now the Tidehunter has to be the target. They throw out the concoction. Tavo is going to be immune, but now it's going to shackle onto nobody. Actually, no, it does shackle onto HFN, but the BKB is going to be there. They're clicking down. They're removing that Juggernaut. Buyback is available. They're going to have to if they really want to defend this game. There is going to be the Tinker going down. No, not Tinker. The Grimstroke going down as well. The Tinker is still available in the pool here. It is going to be a very stunned up Tidehunter in the back lines here. The ult is available. Tavo jumping in like a bad boy. Coming in there. He does have heal. He throws down his armor, which is actually not armor anymore. There goes the buyback out on the Grimstroke. That most likely will be the call for the disengage. The Omni Slash being canceled at the last second. They don't want to use it without getting the jump on the weehaw. There is no attack speed for this hero. weehaw might be in a bit of trouble. Pops his ultimate though at the last minute. He'll be perfectly fine. In fact, could actually turn this around. Kills off the healing ward. Tavo is going to go W up weehaw. They're looking for a kill on anybody here. But weehaw cannot really just throw his life away, though he is a big boy and he's got 10 armor, so... Although Juggernaut, you know, I think he slashes a pretty good amount, yeah. He's 16 plus 6 armor, so that means he's running at a pretty high agility count. Yeah, 105, so he'll be able to slash through pretty good there. weehaw, man, he's doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. You know, I've only said it about 1,000,000 times. He's doing pretty good. You know, I gotta say it 1,000,001 times in order for everyone to thoroughly understand how good weehaw's doing in this game right now. The King of Space has been shut down completely. Not to mention HFN is doing the exact same thing. The Bloodthorn is going to be found. Constable as well. It's real. Are they going to go for HFN though? BKB goes up. There goes the TP out as well as they clutch silence. Kingo going to push out that Juggernaut. They're looking for the roll out onto the Tinker, but they're going to have to disengage from that one. No Omni Slash being used there, so that's a good thing. The ping is going really crazy for some reason. Yule's going out onto Heiko, but they're just gonna disengage, and Tavo's just gonna follow him like a little giddy schoolgirl. Now they're looking for the kill on Barnabax, but they're gonna have to let that go as well. The BKB gonna be snacked up for weehaw, looking for the Finalation stun there. Is gonna find the big boy stun out on the one. The Radiance burn and the burn from that will go down. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, they are gonna find the Juggernaut again with the beautiful silence. Now we're gonna see another Nightmare going out on the top. Tavo will clean it up with weehaw getting the confirm. No buybacks available. And that, my friends, looks like the end of the game. There is a Ravage available, so they still have a defensive program if need be. Tinker's going to keep on popping those rockets. Heiko's going to try and click off weehaw, but weehaw's going to purge off the Manta. Or purge off the debuff with the Manta. Now they're cleaning up this Rax. They're going to go for more. They get the Bloodthorn silence out onto the Tinker. He's dead with no buyback. The only one alive is Tidehunter. And Picole does not want to call the GG just yet. Bravo. He's going to soak a lot of tower damage here, letting the full sleep go out. The Yules is going to be there, and that's a 5-man wipe. There is going to be a buyback. The Tiny is available. They're looking for the Ravage. That's the only way they can win this is having a great Ravage, and somehow Tiny pulling out like 120k damage out of his butt. But does not look like that's going to be the case, especially with no tree grab. Even as a 4 Tiny, you gotta have tree grab. That's like Undying never going for his, oh my god, HFN, the BMTP, right in front of them. They get the poor Tiny. They're looking for the Tidehunter. The Omni Slash goes out. There goes the Ravage. So this is what they were looking for. They do find it finally, but the immunity goes out at the last second there, coming out by Tavo. Still going to be bursted down quite a bit, though. He's going to be in a bit of problems, but he's going to be okay. weehaw, they're going to disengage the Tinker. He's off to the side here. HFN looking for the silence. Doesn't have it for another 8 seconds. Omni Knight going to buy back. They want to get back in this game. They're gonna get back in this game. The jump goes out, the stun follows as well. They want to get this Juggernaut, and they want him bad. They are gonna disengage, at least for the time being. There's 3 seconds left on the stun, so he is gonna have to eat that bad boy. Got no Manta available for that. He's like, cure me! But it's not going to happen. Bardback's looking for another kill. Weehaw is going to get jumped on by like 1.5 million rockets. The silence is going to be there. The damage goes out. He sleeps for a second, though. They are trying to live. Is he going to still be the undying Weehaw? And he is! He's going to get out of there. Tavo will be falling in this scenario, though. Weehaw is extremely low HP. But Cosable is not going to find him. Misery trying to slow down Cosable as well. They're looking for something else, though. The BKB is going to be popped by the Alchemist for the escape plan. And with that being said, they still managed to hold on. Picole will hold on. That's the greatest scenario in this scenario. The Tidehunter Ravage and the Omni Slash was the thing that ended up getting them the game at the last second, but that does not mean they're done yet, because the Alchemist is still the undying Weehaw mid-out. He has not once died, and looks like the first Aghanim Scepter is on its way. Who is gonna get it? Because I think the only thing that Omni Knight Alchemist, Omni Knight Ags is just global ultimate, and that doesn't really help him too much. I want to think Bane might get the first one, but oh, Nature's. Did he go for CDR? He did not go for CDR, so I don't see the Aghanim Scepter going to him. I want to think it's the Bane. But we'll find out soon enough. Weehaw has the Alchemist in the pocket here, and Nature's will drop into the Roshan pit. This is going to be a fairly quick Roshan, actually. It looks like HFN might be the carrier instead of Weehaw this game, unless Tavo will be the carrier. Alright, who's getting it? I saw him swap. He pushed him out of the Aegis hole. Alright, cool. Who's got the yeah, so it is global. Omni Knight is basically the big duration here. It increases the duration by an extra 2 seconds and affects buildings and creeps, I'm pretty sure. Increases duration, becomes global, and affects... Yeah, well, if it becomes global, then it hits the creeps, too. Weehaw is going to find the stun out onto this Tinker. They're going to toss him out of the way, though. Pretty good toss there, but he's burning away. That Blink Dagger is not going to come back up. There is no buyback for this man. He will go down. There goes the double ultimate as well, but it's not going to find anything. The silence is not going to be there. The cleanup's going to go out, and Barnavax is going to go down. I don't know if that's his name. I'm just calling him Barnavax. It's Bardinsk, but... you know, we're going to go and roll with that anyway. They are going to just destroy Vision Wards here. Underneath the tower, they are going to find the kill on Thorlakor. And now they want Costable. They're going to tower dive him. They're going to do it. Tavo, he's got global immunity. He wants this kill! And they call the GG. Or at least Tiny does. So that means, ladies and gentlemen, game number 1 is over. Who would have guessed it? Yeah, the big thing. Big Alchemist. Who would have known, man? Who would have known that an Alchemist pick would actually outsmart this Tinker draft? And, well, lo and behold, heckelss Esports know exactly what they're doing with this beautiful Alchemist in the mid lane. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is still only game number 1. So game number 2 will be right around the corner. Stay tuned. This is Party PD signing off. So, for those of you on YouTube, thank you so much for watching this VOD. And for those of you on Twitch, we'll be right back. Hey, what a fantastic cast. I hope you really enjoyed that, and God knows I did. But if you want to see more, we got plenty of casts lined up in our playlist on YouTube. So make sure you go and check those out. Make sure to drop a follow, like, subscribe, so on and so forth. And we will see you next time for some more Dota action. Bye-bye.